All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the HomeReady Team video blog, first episode of 2026. My name is Philip Kang. I'm here with my co-host, Caroline Lee.
Hello.
What's going on, Caroline?
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So let's get right into it. What are you seeing in the market right now? It's today is January 6th at the time of the recording. What are you seeing right now?
Well, what I'm seeing right now, compared to last year, it's off to a little bit of a slower start, but I anticipated that. And a lot of it because we had rain in the last week. And so you know how it gets in California when it's raining, but the rain stopped as of like 2 days ago. We're getting phone calls. We're actually very busy on all of our listings. There's buyers right now coming back into the market. What I saw in November and December, everyone kind of feels like it was gloomy towards the end of the year. Some people have certain insights on the political atmosphere. And so, in November, December, just as I suspect, it was the numbers did decline in sales. But the decline was across the board in all the cities. I mean, whether it was Brea, I'm looking at the numbers right now, Fullerton, Buena Park, Placentia, Yorba Linda, Anaheim. I see similar amount of sales posted in November, December. And you know what that tells me? It tells me that it's not really like a city-specific issue, but seasonally the market shifted because that's expected over the holidays. So I kind of call it the seasonal shift. I did see a little bit of increase in Fullerton, Placentia, and Anaheim on all of our activity. So, that shows me that the demand still is out there. It didn't disappear. It just paused. And so I think that going into the new year, it's a little off to a slow start, but people are waiting for clarity on rates and timing in the new year. And I think this is going to set the stage for the spring market. I think we're going to have a great spring market. And like I said, we're getting a lot of calls and activities already on our listings right now and phone calls from sellers asking curious questions.
Yeah, and let's jump into the numbers real quick. So what I'm seeing here is, first of all, on the MLS, the number of new listings coming on the market seems extremely low. December 2025, we had 33 listings come up in Fullerton, 21 in Buena Park, 37 in Yorba Linda, 10 in Brea. And when I look at the new listings that are coming up right now, it seems like we're not on trend to let's go back to January of 2025. We had 68 new listings come up in Fullerton, 40 in Buena Park, 56 in Yorba Linda, and 28 in Brea. And it doesn't seem like we're anywhere near that pace. I see just a handful of listings coming up in each city and almost a full weekend. I know it picks up each month until last year. Peak month for new listings coming on the market was April when we had 116. Let's see. It's interesting to see that it could be the weather like you mentioned, but the number of new listings coming on the market seems a little low. The month supply right now, it's trending way down. Last year, looks like in June, we were at the highest point where you had 3.5 months supply in Yorba Linda, 2.8 in Fullerton. Right now, we have 1.5 months supply in Fullerton as of December, 2 in Yorba Linda, 1.4 in Buena Park, 1.1 month supply in Brea. New listings aren't coming up. Rates are coming down. But outside of, I think all the data leads to a strong spring market because it really is a lack of inventory. For whatever reason, sellers are still not. And we actually expected more homes to come on the market because people, we just had several years of low inventory, but it seems like that trend isn't reversing, but the rates are coming down. And it seems like the buyer demand is going to be pretty strong coming into the new year. So if you're thinking about selling, I think this year is going to be a great market for sellers. If you're a buyer, there's still opportunities out there. I think a lot of buyers are waiting for rates to drop. What are some of the conversations you're having, Caroline?
That's what it is. They are waiting for the rates to drop and they feel like it's going to. Everything is just pointing into that direction. There's people out there, life circumstances they have to buy. So they're hoping for that.
Yeah, but what's interesting is people think the prices will stay the same and the rates will drop, which causes homes to be more affordable. The reality is, it's always better when the rates drop, prices tend to go up. And if you're looking to purchase, I think right now is a great time, only because you don't want to wait for the prices to go up in a few months. It's better to buy now. And if there's a great opportunity, and because there's a lot of homeowners that don't want to go through the process of prepping their homes. Sometimes a lot of these deals happen off market. You'll never see it on Zillow or Redfin. And what ends up happening is prices go up, in a couple months when the rates drop. The people that buy now, they'll be able to refinance, but by fall. So you can buy it at a cheaper price, relock at a lower rate. And I think that's how you get ahead versus waiting for the rates to drop and paying more. That would be my recommendation if you're in the market to purchase. But let's get into the median sales price and the average sales price. December 2025, median sales price in Fullerton was $940,000 for single family homes. And in Yorba Linda, it was $1,325,000. Brea was $1,053,000. It seems like all across the board, except Brea, it was a downward trend. Fullerton, the average price in November was $1,023,000. And if you're curious when the peak month was last year, looks like the peak month in Fullerton was in June. So the people that went under contract in May ended up with the highest median sales price, which was $1,070,000. Whereas the people that went under contract December 2025, median price was $940,000. And there could be a number of reasons. It could be that the median size or price per square foot. Let's look at it. Median price per square foot in May 2025 was $637 in Fullerton, $653 in Yorba Linda. December, it dropped to $609 in Fullerton, $640 in Yorba Linda. So Yorba Linda was pretty flat, whereas Fullerton, you saw a lower price. So there are seasonal factors in Southern California. We always see a strong market for sellers between March all the way through June. And that's been pretty consistent the last 10 years, regardless of how the trend was, whether it was going. Reality is past 10 years, the trend has been on the up and up. I see a lot of other states out there where home prices have dropped since 2022. And in California, that's generally not the case. So we're still in a strong seller market. I think there's some good opportunities. I'm seeing a lot of homes, even with the low inventory, not selling. So there's some good opportunities if you're a buyer, because we're in, about the deal right now, Caroline, we're in negotiations on a deal which is over 10% below the list price. So for a seller, and I don't think they're overpriced. They just didn't prep the house well. So that just goes to show you, if you're a seller and you don't prepare your home well, and you don't hire the right agent, you can end up leaving a lot of money on the table. I know there was a lot of data points that we shared right now, and we shared our overall outlook. In closing, Caroline, what kind of advice do you have for people that are looking to sell in the coming year?
Well, if you're a seller looking to sell, like you said, during the March to June months, that's a great time. Make sure you have a strategy in place. Price is still important. So it's all, to me, about strategy and just positioning your home very well. I'm also noticing that the buyers are getting younger. And so younger people tend to look for things that are turnkey. So that's very important. If you're a buyer, just like you said, Philip, this is a very great window of opportunity. Still right now, the beginning of 2026, I think it is, because it's reduced competition. You have less bidding wars right now. So, hey, if you're a buyer, get creative. The sellers are out there to make some deals right now. I think it's a great time in the market. Come spring, I think we're going to have a really great market. I'm enthused about this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 2026 is going to be a strong real estate market. Seems like the stock market's doing well as well. And we'll see how the overall economy is doing. But with the rates coming down, with the low inventory, with all the compressed buyer demand over the last few years, and it seems like the data is trending in a way where they're saying, NAR released a couple of studies, but a lot of other credible sources are saying we're going to see transaction activity returning closer to normal levels, 15 to 17% increase from last year. So, that's what, all the data leads to more transactions happening. And that only happens when there's more increased buyer demand. One last thing that I want to share. Normally, we just like to share our market updates and not do a lot of promotional things. We recently got a great partnership with this amazing company that will, if you're a homeowner and if you're thinking about selling your house, you're not sure about what updates you need to make, but there are some things that you need to do to maximize your sales price. We have a great program for you. You can work with any contractor or vendor that you want to work with. We also have some great recommendations if you don't know who to hire, but we can help you get your home in tip-top shape, and you don't even have to pay upfront. You do have to pay, but you can pay at closing. So you can use other people's money to fix up your house. We can help you if you don't have the right contacts. Make sure you don't overspend or do things that are not necessary, but we can help you position yourself really, really well. And you don't have to worry about saving money, whether it's painting your house or changing your floors. You don't have to worry about the out-of-pocket costs. You just pay when your house sells. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to us. My number is below. We'll make sure you're taken care of. And if you're just curious, don't worry, there's no obligation. We'll just give you the information to help you make a decision, whether you decide to sell now or later or never, who knows, right? Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next month.
See you guys next month.